Hey everyone, it's Libby from Master Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Wurundjeri First Nations people. An absolute thrill to have you, your guides, my guides, and the spiritual energies with us today, with you today. Yeah, I look like I've been pulled through a tree backwards. My barber is on holidays until the end of the week, and I've been working out in the garden, so whoo, hot and sweaty, 75% humidity, nearly 30 degrees Celsius if you want to do the conversion there. It's the humidity that's the hard part. Okay, what I'm going to have a look in this particular video, it's just a series of videos as we go into the new year, looking at the raising of the spiritual vibration and just a lovely message about positivity moving forward. So I've already done climate change, Mother Earth basically, not doing any predictions as such, just more looking at the energies, the source energies in regards to each of these topics. So I've looked at Mother Earth, I've looked at tapping into the First Nations knowledge going forward, and at the moment I'm going to have a look at technological advancements going forward. The frame that came to mind when the boys said they wanted to read about this was, they said, the roaring 20s. Well, we are the 20s, and if you think back to the last 20s, 100 years ago, the advancements in technology were phenomenal. There was some that didn't take effect, but the advancements going forward, post World War One, post flu pandemic, there was freedom for very much feminine energy, freedom to a certain degree of women in the Western world. But, the motor car came to the fore, the aeroplane came to the fore. There was huge advancements in technology. So I just want to have a look going forward using my Lightseers Tarot. Might use my intuition cards as well. Just tell me about technology 2023 onwards. Tell me about technology 20. I did a video the other week, fusion versus fission, which is very interesting. I've done quite a few. If you click on videos and go back through them, there are a number, and looking at technology as we go forward. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I can't get it out. Okay. Technology going forward. It's that time of year. It's that nothing week between Christmas and New Year where you don't have a clue what day it is. You don't know whether it's day or night half the time, even though we're in the middle of summer. You nap here and you nap there, and you just do what needs to be done. Okay. Technology from 2023 onwards. Next week we'll start back in the political arena. Okay, come on down, let's have a look. Seven of Wands. Oh dear, excuse me. Seven of Wands. I'm really drawn to this crystal ball that she is sitting in. These messages coming forward. Now, it depends on what deck you read as to what messages the cards bring to you. But what I'm getting, okay, thank you, 2023, the signifier of where we are sitting at the moment. We are having a reflective moment as these messages come forward. We need to be aware of putting ourselves in this protective bubble, not taking on what we don't need to know. Thank you. And how do I put it, guys? How do I put it? Okay, drawn. Yep, they've just pointed out to me in the middle of this figure. It's about drawing on your spiritual vibration, your spiritual source, putting it out there, but protecting yourself from all these messages. Messages of negativity, messages, thank you. The messages of those that are trying to don't get down in the gutter with them, is what I'm being told. Of those that are trying to prevent movement forward. Thank you. Sit in this space. Be at one with yourself and your spirits. Look into your crystal ball and have hope for the future. Thank you, is what they're telling me. Okay, challenging this is Four of Swords. Usually the wounded in retreat, but to me this is more about self-care, self-nurturing. Technology going forward. Interesting first couple of being wands. Wands are also about opportunities and advancements, passions, planning going forward. But this is about, in this time of changing technology, to be centered in what's really important to you and self-nurture. Look after your own heart. Look after your own space. Do what you can on the local level that you can, but protect yourself from these messages of negativity. Three of Pentacles. Skill. Skill, craftsmanship, and working together to build a solid foundation. So this is where technology is at the moment. Going to take some financing. Not as much as one thinks. It's only the Three of Pentacles. It's thank you. What they're telling me is this is about information, technology, advancements, opportunities being shared to build a solid foundation going forward. Now it actually brings me to, I'll just have a quokka moment here. What it brings me to is work that my partner is doing. He works in green energy, green. Okay, I'll put it out there. You might be able to track us down with this, but I'll say green steel making. And he is working with the US, Finland, Singapore, Canada, all across the world. He is working with some of the best and brightest minds from all those countries to be able to bring forward the technology to produce steel using green energy sources. And that's what this card is about. This card is about working across boundaries around the world with the brightest minds to build a solid foundation for the technology going forward. Whatever that technology is, it's about sharing the knowledge. Okay, past, we have the Queen of Cups. Diplomacy, emotional calmness, centering, bringing together and putting it out there. Thank you, guys. Crowning this reading, the High Priestess. Powerful, powerful card. It is about a raising of the spiritual vibration as we move into this new technology era. This is about awareness, very much awareness, and being in connection with, if I say the spiritual world, I'm talking about connection with Mother Earth, connection with what is needed to nurture, connection with all that forms what we are, the stardust, the nutrients, that we are not alone on this earth. Okay, but the technology, huge minds working on this. There's going to be great developments, things that we have not even become aware of as yet. Thank you. Mother Earth, here she is, immediate future, Mother Earth. This is all coming back to the nurturing of the earth. There is going to be huge advancements that we have not even thought of yet. Working together across all sectors, building a solid foundation for abundance going forward. Externally, Nine of Swords, there's a lot of anxiety about this now. when I say we're moving forward, we do have to remember that there is a certain portion of the populace that finds progressive movement really scary. And we just have to be aware of them. We have to bring them along with us. We cannot just poo-poo and shun them to the side. We need to bring them along with us. So externally there's going to be quite a bit of fear in regards to technology moving forward. But internally we have choices to make. And we will make those choices. Those choices of wisdom, wealth, power, abundance, nutrients. We will be offered these choices. And here we have the King of Cups. In the hopes and fears, calm, diplomacy, marrying with this feminine calmness, centering, nurturing. And the outcome, celebration for the youth. Going forward, Two of Pentacles will be it won't be an easy path. There will be juggling in regards to this, but we need to walk away from what is no longer serving us towards this new horizon, as we have the Magician manifesting possibilities. On the base we have the World. We have the breaking down of old systems so that we can rebuild anew in the face of the harsh truth. The Knight of Wands, the message is getting out there, the message is progressing forward. It is forward progression as we have this death and rebirth moment. The death of the old so that the new can be reborn into this beautiful, glorious lifetime. Okay, so the main feature of this is, yes, it will be international working together as huge ideas flow forward that we don't know yet. There's going to be new information, but it is all movement forward. But we do have to be aware of there will be those that find this movement forward, the movement forward for the abundance for all. And there will be some that actually find it really scary, which, you know, for us progressives is hard to understand, but we just need to be conscious of that. Okay, right, well, let's see if we can dive a little bit deeper, use my intuitive cards, and then we'll finish up maybe with a couple of oracle cards if the boys take me in that direction. No, they're telling me no oracle cards, just finish up with your intuition cards. Okay, thank you. Right, the technological advancements, 2023 onwards, going forward, what is the story we need to know? What energies do we need to be aware of? We are in the midst of what I would call the roaring 20s of the next century. Tell me about the technological advancements going forward, and what do we need to be aware of? What do we need to be aware of? Here we go. The intertwining. The codependency. Thank you. The codependency needs to stop. Thank you. Thank you. They're telling me this is the dependency on how things have been done, how deeply we are entwined in how we do things. Will stop. Growth, strength, thank you. Strength of the noise. Okay. Thank you. Just see where this goes. Did shuffle, honest. Right, so this codependency, this intertwined of the way this is how it's always been done, needs to stop. The strength of this noise because when I'm talking about noise, it's like the tobacco industry when cigarettes were being outlawed, and the sugar industry currently, the amount of money they're pouring in to go, oh no, we're all right, we're safe, and in history's telling us that that's not how things actually were. The strength of the noise is going to end as we flip the coin on the cowardice to what is good. It is our fate, our destiny. Comfort, future. I shuffled and they're coming out. They're coming out in a different order, but it's the same cards as what I had in regards to tapping into the First Nations knowledge. Our fate and destiny, our comfort in the future is about unity on an international level. The glass empty due to conflict will be transformed. Plus poverty will become alien. The alienation of poverty will be the key. Right, thank you. I like that. The alienation of poverty is the key in this transformation. So ending conflict, ending poverty. It's easily done. If you can't have CEOs on $20 million a year paying their workers $14.50 an hour. It's just not viable. But this is about technology, okay? Rebalancing. Breaking down the masculinity. And lifting up of anger and darkness. One bee at a time will take time, as this swamp will take bravery, abundance via magic happening and working together. This is interesting. It's not so much about the technology, it's about very much about working together and breaking down. Now, I'm not just going to say it's men, because it's not, but there is this toxic masculinity, this fast car way of looking at things. It is about lifting up those that are angry. Thank you, and under a cloud. So this comes back to the poverty. Those that have anger in their hearts because of their place in the world and are currently under a dark cloud, we need to make them aware that they are part of, if I say the collective, I'm not talking Star Trek Borg here, but they are integral in the whole to make sure it works. It will take time, as this swamp needs to be overcome by bravery, and there will be abundance via magic and working together. Have faith, as the small-minded will be flipped. We will enter a period of growth and happiness. Now, growth doesn't mean population growth. Growth is about bringing everybody. Thank you, God. I'm feeling so lightheaded reading this. This is about bringing everybody along for the ride, about working together as a whole. Didn't have the building up card. I think I'm going to just leave that there. I think that just needs a bit of digesting by all of us. It's about working together, ending conflict. The technology moving forward is going to be on an international scale, and it is going to be for the betterment of everybody. So what we need to do is not admire, and actually interesting, if you haven't caught the Greta Thunberg, can't remember the other dude's name, I think he was a kickboxer or something like that. It is now, he absolutely got slammed. If you haven't seen that discussion, just Google it. Greta Thunberg, Twitter, I can't even remember his name, but you know who I'm talking about. It is about removing the admiration of the obscenely toxic masculine wealth, working together for a better foundation for all, and that is actually what will bring abundance. Okay, that was really some deep dives today. Thank you for joining me. We'll be back on the normal path on Monday. But in the meantime, have a happy new year. Look forward, because we are in this real period of flux and change. It's going to be, okay, thank you boys. They're telling me it's going to be a tumultuous 23, settling a bit towards 24, but we are in this real pivotal time. Thank you. Pivotal time where we have to ensure, for those of us that are progressive, we can't just shun those that are fearful. We need to get the message out there in a way that they come along for the ride at their own pace, but we can't leave them behind. And if that means we have to slow slightly, don't want to do that, so that they can actually catch up, we need to make sure that we do this. Now, 2022 and 21 were the beginnings of this dramatic change. How's this going? Beginnings of this dramatic change by exposing... They're telling me Space Laser Lady. We know who we're talking about. Exposing the reality of those types of leadership. The Roe versus Wade, the protests in Iran, the downtreading of the women in Afghanistan, the war in Ukraine. It's all been eye-opening on an international scale, and it is being rejected by the majority. But what's happening is that that's done is it's been a tower moment where it's gone kaboom and exposed, lit up, broken down. But we are in this period, and it's going to take years, the roaring 20s, of building back up and building what will work going into the future. Oh, okay, thank you boys. Thank you for joining me. Take care, look after yourselves. Love to you all. Have fun, and but not too much fun. Behave yourselves. Take care. Bye-bye.